And we are live. Hey guys, it is Melanie, and we have the lovely Kaylani here. Clint may or may not appear. Oh, it's weird. It's showing that there's 0 people here, but I know there are people here because they're chatting with us.
I think it takes like a few minutes to like.
Oh, there we go. 13. Yeah. Hello. Yes, Kaylani and I both got tickled when we saw I made it. I'm early. Hi, Anna. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Melissa.
Good to see you all back.
Everybody. Welcome back. How's everybody doing with their 24 and 48? How you doing, Kaylani?
Well, I read for an hour and a half after we got off.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm at 8. Maybe it was an hour. I think I read for an hour. So I'm at 8 hours. 8 hours.
8 hours remaining. Mm-hmm. I read the entire time. I'm at 21 hours now. Mm-hmm. So I would literally have to read until midnight without any talking breaks in order to get my 24. And I'm not going to do that because I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning. So I can't do that. But we will get as many done as possible. I'd be happy if I could get, 22 hours. That's an hour. So that's like 2 sprints. So maybe 22 and a half hours before I have to go to bed.
I'm already tired.
I'm just going to do this until I have to go to sleep.
Tracy, I'm fading.
We understand, Tracy. Mm-hmm. Hello. I said it before. You started doing good. Me and Kayla are like, huh? What?
Yay, Melissa. I'm so excited.
I enjoyed that as well. It may not be like my favorite, like Kaylani's, but I did enjoy it. I love these. I read more with the sprints than I do without them. I'm nearly finished one of my books for the TBR Knockout Challenge. Yay! Which challenge are you doing? I did my TBR knockouts last week, I think. Hello. Okay, so what is everybody reading? Ooh, where are you in that?
I just started. I'm 50 pages in.
Ah, okay. I'm very curious to see what you think of that one. If it lives up to the rest of the books or not.
It's already not. Like I think I'm just gonna like take an L and know that I'm just not gonna love it as much as the first book.
Yeah, the first book was I loved. The second book I loved even more. And I was so hyped for the third book. And I enjoyed it, but it just didn't live up to what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yes, I said hello before you guys started. I was too early. Oh, okay. But yeah, you were the first hello we saw. Let's see. Oh, book set at the beach. Okay. I'll be reading The Alloy of Law. All right. I'm going to pick up instructions for dancing again. Teen Titans Beast Boy.
Nice. What are you reading now?
I am working on A Quiet Kind of Thunder. And my phone had to charge up a little bit because it was dying. But I was listening to You Play the Girl on Playboy Bunny, Stepford Wives, Trainwrecks, and Other Mixed Messages by Karina Chicano. And I got to page 47 of this. And on this, I'm on page 296. And I'm worried. There are, I can see, I'm predicting something bad happening to my marshmallows, and I'm worried.
Oh, no.
I just like they're getting ready. They have decided to go on an adventure, just the two of them. He's 18, she's 17. And they're going to go on this adventure. They're going to Edinburgh. They live in the UK. They're going to Edinburgh and not telling anybody what they're doing.
Oh, no.
And it's just, okay, he's deaf. She has severe social anxiety, where to the point that she is a selective mute. And I just, she's been getting better and better, but I just know something bad's gonna happen. I just know it. I just know it. I'm worried because I just love them so much. I'm going to continue to read Riot Baby and fan fiction. Video Call, You Got This. I'm reading Hunted by Tammy Charles. Kaylani, what are you eating? And hello, ladies. Hope you are well.
I was eating a Nutella sandwich.
Well, that sounds good.
It was good, honestly.
My friend across the street, she brought me a bag full of chips and some dip. So that's what I'm munching on. All right.
I have Cheetos next to me. That'll be my next little snack.
Man, I would have eaten those in the other way. End with the sweet thing. Have you ever tried Nutella and peanut butter sandwich?
Yes, but I have this weird thing about peanut butter. I can only even eat it when I'm craving it, and if I'm not craving it, it literally sounds like the most disgusting thing in the world. Like, I think I had like too many like Reese's Buttercups when I was younger, and so it hurts my stomach. And then there's this one video that went around years ago, went viral with a kid that like doused himself in peanut butter, a little peanut butter baby. And like when I think about peanut butter, that's what I think of, and it makes me want to vomit every time. So if I'm not eating peanut butter, I'm not eating it.
Okay. Yeah, I heard people make those, and they call them like Reese sandwich, where it's like Nutella and peanut butter. I've had them. I love them. I also like peanut butter with banana and honey. Oh, that's so good.
Yes. Again, if I'm in the mood for it, that's amazing.
Now I want some chips and dip. I'm working my way through Well of Ascension.
That's a bigger book.
That's a big book.
Also, I finished this.
And?
I gave it a 3-star.
Ooh, okay.
It felt so mediocre. And then on the front it says, as addictive as it is unpredictable. And I didn't find this unpredictable in the slightest.
I totally get that, because like I read The Guilt Trip by Sandy Jones, and it sounded like this really interesting domestic mystery thriller. And like, if you listen to it at like regular speed, this is a book that's coming out in August, and I listened to the audiobook on NetGalley. But if you listen to it at just like one time speed, it would be about the last 30-40 minutes of the audiobook before you got into any mystery thriller part. And the rest of it was everybody was cheating on everybody. And it was no fun at all. Oh, I'm in lockdown currently, so have more time to read. Way to find that silver lining.
Yes, exactly.
All right, well, then let's get into some reading. Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
That's time. I was just dying.
Dying laughing or dying crying?
Dying laughing. Oh my gosh. Like, I have been cracking up. Yeah. So you know how in most YAs it fades to black? This did not. It did not fade to black. And all of the awkward everything. Oh my gosh, it was so, it's like all romantic and like the thoughts that are going through her head, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna read this very awkward, ridiculously hilarious scene. His touch is hesitant now, and I feel his nerves as we slide under the covers together, face to face. I kiss him to ground us both, and he wraps his arms around me, pulling me close. Between kisses, we shed our clothing top to bottom, slowly at first, then faster. In no time at all, we're both down to our underwear, and he is starting to ease down my knickers, and oh my God, has there ever been a more perfect moment in the history of moments? And I'm going to have sex, and it's not going to be crap like everyone says that the first time is, and holy crap, we're naked, and he's getting on top of me, and then it all gets awkward very fast. Half leaning on me, Reese pushes his hand down between us both, and there's some kind of sweaty fumble and then a judder. He half thrusts, half pokes his penis at my leg. Oh, no. I hear him grunt. Then there's another attempt at adjusting himself. I let out an involuntary ow when he puts his elbow on my hair, and I'm grateful he can't hear me because he's deaf. After another few awkward seconds, I reach down, take hold of his penis, and guide him. He breathes into my ear, drops a kiss on my neck, then raises himself on his arm so he can kiss me as he pushes his way in. The moment itself is not exactly painful, but not exactly pleasurable either. And I'm glad he's not looking at my face because I can feel I'm screwing it up involuntarily. The whole thing is so much realer than I was expecting, so much more physical. Maybe I'd always imagined sex as more like a dance or something instead of this sweaty tangling of bodies and body parts that actually is, and the reality is, a sloppy, slightly anticlimactic surprise. Guess it takes time too, and then suddenly it's over. Reese's face tightens, his eyes glaze over, he lets out a noise I've never heard before, and then collapses against me. He's sweaty and hot. I love him, and I'm glad we've shared this intense, sensual thing. But, ew, can I push him off? Is that allowed? The whole thing has lasted less than 2 minutes.
Oh, man, I've never heard something more accurate in my life.
I was just dying. I was just like, oh, my gosh, this is hilarious. It's none of that, oh, so romantic, and then it fades off to black, and then the next day, like it's the next morning or whatever, and it's just blissful waking up. No, this is all of the really just awkward fumble, figuring it out for the first time.
Oh, man.
That was so funny.
That's
okay. Cool. Yeah, I've been slowly reading it for almost a year now. Oh, gosh.
What are you reading for a year?
Well of Ascension.
Oh.
Hey, just stopping by while getting ready for bed. Just came off 6-hour sprints on my channel, so I'm ready to turn in. That is understandable. Good night, Cece. Hello was just over on Julie's channel. Now I'm here. This is almost as fun as bar hopping, only books.
Yeah.
Dark fantasy romance books. 14 pages read, and this is hilarious. What are you reading again, Mel? I forgot. A Quiet Kind of Thunder by Sarah Bernard. I'm loving this book. It's just, there was another part that I read earlier today, and I've like saved it so I could share that. It was the first time that she like touched him under his clothing, and then he on her hand, and she's like, oh, hey.
What do I do?
And her friend After she told her friend about this, her friend had jokes. And this says jokes Tim made after Tim is her is a girl, TEM. When I told her about my very first hand job, you're a handy girlfriend to have. It sounds like you handled it well. It must have been hard for you, but well done for getting a good grip on it.
Oh no.
Sounds like it was a bit touch and go. Would you call it a seminal experience? I can't think of any more. Penis.
Oh my gosh.
This book is killing me. I love it. Yeah, I'm very close to the end. I'm on 318 now. I got 70 pages left to go. So a couple more sprints. I'm hoping I can finish this by the end of the night, but I'm loving it.
Yeah, I ended up not even reading about some Bold and Deadly. I picked up an ebook, an audiobook that I was reading on my phone, and I just started reading that.
What are you reading on your phone?
What is it called? It is called Come Away With Me. It's by Kristen Proby. She does like this whole With Me in Seattle series. I read books 11 and 9 and 11 a long time ago because they're kind of companion novels. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Why don't I just go back to the beginning? So I picked up the first book last night since I needed some more reading time. And I read half of it. So now I'm just picking it back up.
Got to location 173 of 203. 69 pages left of King of Scars. I could continue with the Reaper at the Gates, but I'm close to finishing King of Scars. Okay, Lana, your face.
I know. I was like, what the heck is happening?
Oh, my Mel, honey, what are you reading? The Quiet Kind of Thunder by Sarah Bernard. And it's super cute. I love it. Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, my goodness.
That was wild. What a wild ride. See, you're reading about awkward sexual encounters, and I'm just reading about a whole bunch of steamy ones.
Yeah, that was not steamy at all. It was just oh, and it's done.
And it's over. It took 2 minutes.
It was funny because she picked out the perfect song beforehand, and she's like, it's still going on. That song's still playing. The song hadn't ended yet.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right. Well, do we want to just hop back into another sprint?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Put that back up there. Whew. I'm between 3 books at the moment. Well, what 3 books are you between? What time do the sprints go till? I don't know. We're going to do a couple of them. Not a whole lot, just because it's 9:47 where I am. And I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning. So we'll do a few more.
Sounds good to me.
I'm just plugging along reading Where Dreams Descend and just met the seamstress, Ira. Kaylani, I love her and want more of that character.
I do like Ira.
And Anna's also reading 3. She's reading Son of Neptune, Long Division, and If Beale Street Could Talk.
Nice.
All right. Well, happy reading, everyone. That is time. I called it. I knew something was going to happen to my marshmallows. I knew it. Offers Mel a tissue box. I actually wasn't crying. I just kept rubbing my eyes because I got like the sleepy going on in my eyes because it's late.
Well, I'm sorry bad things happened to your marshmallows.
It's not as bad as it could have been, but still. I knew something was going to happen. Who's an underhyped YA or adult romance author you loved that you wish more people have known about? Sophie Renaud.
Tate James.
Purpose Living got 21 pages. Just 2.5 chapters to finish this book. Woohoo! Maybe next sprint you'll get it. 36 pages. I don't know what I got.
I am so tired.
I don't know what page I was on before. I think I said I had 70 pages before.
Yeah, you did.
And now I have 42 pages.
Yeah, I was on 69%, and now I'm at 86%. So there you go.
So one more sprint, and you might get finished.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'll finish it by then.
I would probably need another like a sprint and a half to finish. Let's see. So I'm at 22. Was that 2 sprints or 3 now? That was
2.
2. Okay, so I'm at 22 hours now.
You did it. How would you roll 22?
Had to make dinner, so only read about 4 pages. I listened to about 20 minutes of my audiobook at 1.75. Not sure how many pages that is, LOL. Not sure if Audible has the option to show pages or percentage.
Audible doesn't do that, which is super annoying.
Oops, forgot to put my buds back in. I'm right in the middle of House of Hollow. At this point, I think I'm going to DNF Riot Baby, and I got 2 chapters read of my fan fiction. Kaylani, which do you prefer? Romance books that end with a happily ever after, or romance books that end with a happily for now?
Because I'm a hopeless romantic, happily ever after probably is my favorite. Yeah.
I don't know whether they're happily ever after or happily for now. My brain always just goes to the happily for now.
True. Very true.
Like, it's not always going to be sunshine and roses. There's always going to be something.
But when I think of happily ever afters, I think of like when there's like an epilogue that shows them like 10 years in the future with kids or whatever. And then like happily for now, just like ending off on some issues that they're having, but knowing that they're going to get through it in the end. I like
where they've gotten through their issue. And
yeah.
The rehearsal performance is happening. What?
Rehearsal performance? What are you rehearsing for?
I have no idea. Did I miss something? Had to put away leftover dinner. Didn't read about to this one. Loving Muted so far. It's in verse.
Muted is a book, I'm guessing, and it's in verse.
Okay. Speaking of muted, our girl had to talk to strangers.
Did she?
Mm-hmm. Because the deaf boy got hurt, and so she had to get help, but she had to talk to a stranger because he needed help.
And she's a selective mute, right?
Mm-hmm. She was a mute as a child, and has kind of got past that in like secondary school, or the schools over in the UK are very different. It was whatever they're like, the elementary school type thing. And when she went on to secondary school, which was like more middle school, high school, it was like this whole new group. And so kind of things reset for her. And it was, even though she had gotten better, she kind of reverted back to that. And because of more of a social anxiety kind of thing. And so now she's like, it's starting out, she's 16 years old, and she's working on trying to speak more, and she wants to be able to go to university, but her family's like, I don't think that's a good idea, because we don't think you're going to be okay, because you can't even speak to people at school.
Did she sign?
Well, her first day back to school at the very beginning of this book, each year she goes in to meet with the counselor or principal or whoever, and they kind of like figure out her plan for the year and, you know, things she needs to try to work on. And but when she goes in there this time, there's a boy there, and he is deaf, and she knows British Sign Language, because that's one way that she did learn to communicate when she was younger. And so she's able to kind of communicate with him. And so they're like, here, you can help show him around. And, you know, and so he's the other marshmallow.
I love it.
I love them too.
That book on my wish list. It sounds so cute.
It is very, very cute. What's your favorite 2021 book with green on the cover?
I can't think of a new release with green on the cover, but I recently read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is green, in 2021. So that's going to be my answer.
This month, I've reread A Court of Wings and Ruin and Well Met. Those are my green books. I enjoyed them both. Past this month, I don't know.
People We Meet on Vacation has green on it, but I haven't read that yet. So,
Gold Spine or Spin Gold or whatever it is, that new one that's coming out in my bookish box, their cover is green. I'm really looking forward to reading that one.
Yeah.
Hello, Steph. We are
definitely one more, but we don't know about anything else.
Yeah, we'll do one more sprint, but that might be it, just because I'll have to go to bed.
Yeah, we're both tired.
Kalia's performance. Sorry.
Oh, that's what she was talking about.
Oh, okay. We were confused. What do people prefer, individual or bind ups? What?
Like a trilogy bind up, and they have all the books together and then the books. I definitely prefer individuals. Those big books, they scare me.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. Like, I mean, maybe if the books are really, really short, like my Wizard of Oz books, I have bind ups that have like 3 books in one, but the Wizard of Oz books are all like really small. So, what's your favorite book featuring twins as protagonists?
Twins. I recently just read one. I think Instant Karma had a twin. I don't read very many books with twins, though.
From Twinkle with Love, it wasn't the main character, but like the love interest character, was twins. She was working with one twin who was like the nerdy twin, but had a crush on the cute twin, which they were identical twins, but still.
In a semi-definitive List of Worst Nightmare, were they twins?
I can't remember. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
They might have been.
I don't remember.
I can't remember if they're just brother and sister, or if they're twins.
Maybe they were just brother and sister, and she was older than him.
I thought he was older than her.
Oh man, we're all confused.
Mine for green on the cover would be Root Magic. I'm at 20% in my book called Gods of Jade and Shadow. Took a break for a bit, but plan on reading more. All right. Well, let's do some more reading. This will probably be the last sprint of the night, which will get me to 22 and a half hours. And then I'm going to have to call it a night. I got pretty close to 24. So I'm going to say it was a success. I read a lot. Like, I read all this. Well, I read part of this and DNF'd it. But I read all this. I'm going to get this done. So I feel good with what I did.
I've read everything except for this. I've only read 50 pages of this, but everything else I read this weekend, so I'll take it.
Yeah. We kicked butt.
We sure did.
All right, well, let's get this timer back up. And happy reading, everyone. That is time. I'm so close to the end. I've got 13 pages left. How did you do?
Pages?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
How did you do?
I finished it.
Yay.
Yeah, it was a 4-star. It was cute.
This book, my heart. I love it. I love it. It's so cute. I think you'd like it.
Yes. Oh, I need to add that to my wish list. That's what I was going to do.
Let's see. K&K Love One says it's about a girl group who sings their way to a professional singer. Then she gets trapped. The person then has to choice between her big break as a singer or get broken. It's based on a true story.
Interesting.
Ladies, let us know how many pages you've read. I don't know. I think like 30 pages, something like that time.
I don't know. I read from percent 86 to the end, so I don't remember how many pages that was.
I think I read like 33 pages or 32 pages. Do you have a favorite book that takes place in Philadelphia, my hometown?
I honestly don't pay attention to towns that much, usually when I read, but I'm trying to think. I feel like I recently just read one in Philadelphia, but...
Wasn't Well Met set around Philadelphia?
I'm not sure. I haven't read that one yet.
And maybe The Night She Disappeared. I don't know. I'm the same way. I'm really bad with places like that. Favorite Reese Witherspoon movie? Sweet Home Alabama, I think. I love that movie. 21 pages, 24% eating ice cream and brownies. Yum. I want ice cream and brownies. I actually have ice cream and brownies, but it's too late. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to finish this. Even though I've only got like 12 pages left, I'm going to finish it tomorrow because I'm tired. Finish Roll of Wolves. Yay.
Good job.
Mine is Legally Blonde or Sweet Home Alabama. I also love Legally Blonde, but Sweet Home Alabama is probably my favorite. I finished The Alloy of Law and moved forward on the book I started yesterday evening. I love everybody finishing up their books.
Yes.
How are y'all doing tonight? I'm just joining, getting ready to go to bed. We have been reading
For hours.
For 2 days straight. And live most of that time. Jack is creepy.
Yes, Jack is creepy.
18 pages. What are y'all reading tonight? I have been reading A Quiet Kind of Thunder by Sarah Bernard.
And I just finished Come Away With Me by Kristen Proby.
Which book were you reading? That one. Hello. I think I listened to between 40 to 50 pages.
Nice.
I'm going to go now. Hope you have a good night. Good night, Terrell. I think I'm also going to go now because I'm very tired and I have to get up in 6.5 hours. Because the boy starts band camp tomorrow.
Fun.
Yeah. It's an all day. Last week was drum camp or mini camp, they call it. And so it was like 8 a.m. until noon, Monday through Friday. And tomorrow starts band camp, which is the full camp. And that goes 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that's all day.
Yeah, that's a lot
Monday
of that's
Friday.
That's much banding.
I would have finished 2 of mine, but I've been jumping too much. Jumping too much?
Jumping to between books.
Tomorrow I will finish hopefully 2. Fingers crossed. Hell detaching. I recently started getting back into reading. These sprints helped me so much. I finished the mothers during yesterday's sprints. Now I'm reading The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Yay! We will have more sprints. Not okay. So we're supposed to have a sprint tomorrow on Kaylani's channel, but we are going to take that day off and actually cancel tomorrow's sprint. But the day after tomorrow, on the 20th, we will be on Clint's channel, which is Reads Readers, at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So join us over there. So no reading sprints tomorrow, but I'm sure there will be other channels having reading sprints. But yes, join us on Clint's channel on Tuesday. I've been listening to A Promised Land by Barack Obama. How is it?
Nice. Yeah, I've been wanting to read that one.
Did anyone read The Serpent King and Where Dreams Descend? We've both read Where Dreams Descend, and Kaylani read today earlier in the sprints on her channel. Was it your channel or Clint's channel?
Clint's channel.
And she was bawling her eyes out reading The Serpent King. Yeah. I am starting The Serpent King tomorrow. So hell detaching was a typo. I was wondering what hell detaching was.
I mean, hello something, but
separating from hell. Okay. Hell detaching. Or maybe it's all hell's breaking loose.
I like how Mel just rolled with it. She was like, yeah, hell detaching. Fuck it.
Well, hell detaching. All hell's breaking loose. Oh, thanks for this. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
I finished Amara and the Night Brothers and a nonfiction, Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, and half of Where Dreams Descend. Excellent.
Nice.
It's been an interesting read for the most part. Barack narrates, which is soothing. Yes, I love his voice. He really does have a nice voice. Some of the political aspects are confusing, but can see why so many have enjoyed the book. Finished both this week.
Love that.
Whose typos, time for bed. Yes. I love Girl Who Drank the Moon. How are you liking it so far? Okay. I'm going to have to call it a night. I've had a lovely time hanging out with everybody for these past 48 hours. But that was a lot of sprinting.
Yes, I'm out of bed.
Love you guys. We will see you in 2 days over on Clint's channel. Have a good night. Give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to everybody if you haven't already. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.